Trivium Writing, and in today's video I want to talk to you about what beta readers are, why they're important for your book, how to decide who should be your beta readers, and how to reach out to them. So what are beta readers? Well, beta readers, you can think of them as reviewers. In fact, you can call them reviewers, if you will. And reviewers in the academic world are people who review an article or a book, and they have the expertise to do that in order to make sure that the book is well done, the facts are accurate, and that it is, up to standard. Now, beta readers are very important, and especially if you are self-publishing your book, you want to make sure that you are doing the best that you can, and it's often very difficult to know everything and to really make sure that your book is up to standard if you haven't had anybody read it. So a beta reader is somebody you choose to read your book and provide genuine, honest feedback on the quality of the work. It's someone who reads the book before you send the book for editing. Now, I'll remind you there are different types of editing. There is content editing, so that's revision, and you should always do a little bit of content revision before you submit to beta readers, just because you're gonna write your first draft and then you're gonna want to reorganize a little bit, and then you can send it to readers, because that's actually a lot closer to the final product. Now, once your beta readers have that copy, they are going to comment on, the things that you would like them to comment on. And that's why you can set the expectations with your beta readers. But essentially, the idea is that you will pick beta readers based on their fields, their expertise, their interest in the book, and there might be other reasons why you would want them. Perhaps they have some personal connection to what it is that you're writing. Perhaps you think that it would really appeal to them, or perhaps you think that this is a book they should read but might not be interested in, and so you want to get their thoughts on whether you're actually effective, whether you can appeal to this audience. Maybe you have several different audiences that you want to address, that you want to talk to for this book, and so you can ask different people from different audiences to tell you what they think of the book. So here what you can see is a list of things that you should note about every single beta reader. So their surname, their name, their email, because you're going to send them the book, probably in PDF format or in a Word document, their field. The field is important because I personally suggest to have 5 to 10 beta readers, depending on how much time you have ahead of you. But here's the thing, right? You want to have people from different fields, so you have different perspectives, and that's really important. Now, you want to gauge their interest, and perhaps some people are more interested than others, but you want to make sure that people are at least a 5 out of 10. If they're below that, chances are they're not actually going to read the book, and they're going to waste your time, etc., etc. Now, you want to also ask yourself, how reliable is that person? Is it a 7? Is it an 8 out of 10? Put how reliable they are. And if they're below 5, I wouldn't bother contacting them, because you're probably not going to hear from them about the book. Then you want to write why. Why do you want them to read the book? What is it that they can bring to the table? So write that down, and you want to have a couple of different reasons for everybody who is different. And then you want to gauge their level of commitment. How much time can they commit to reading the book? Can they commit to giving you the feedback you want by the time you need it? Then this leads us to the feedback itself. What kind of feedback? Are you wanting a fact checking? Are you wanting a perspective? If you're giving it to a lawyer, do you want their lawyer perspective, or do you want their individual perspective? So you need to be clear about what kind of feedback you want from people. Then when you send the book, you put the date in there, and then you put the date received, and so you can keep track of who has given you the feedback and who has not. And then you can take their comments, put them in a Word document or wherever, and store the information. Now I'm going to give you a template for reaching out to people, and you can reach out to people you know very well. You can reach out to people you don't know very well. What you want to do is really make sure that they feel involved and they feel called by what you are proposing, which is to read their book. So the subject line, I suggest, is your perspective on, then you put the book title, which should be catchy enough that it's going to appeal to them. Hi, surname. I hope this email finds you well. I've been writing a book titled X, which aims to X. I thought you would be an amazing person to ask for feedback about my book because you are an expert in X field. I know you have a busy schedule, but I thought you might be interested in reading the work and contributing to the final product with your valuable feedback. I am looking for 5 to 10 people who can reliably provide honest feedback on the quality of my work based on their perspective. I would love to count you as one of my beta readers or reviewers, if that's what you want to call it. If you have the interest, the time, and the ability to commit. Specifically, I would like to send you the book on X date and receive your feedback by X date. I would value X type of feedback because that's what I need. You put whatever you want in there. If you're not in a position to be a beta reader for my book, I completely understand. If you happen to know someone who you believe would be a good fit, I would be extremely grateful for the connection. I truly believe X goal is important. All the best, your name. So essentially what you want to do is really draw them into the project, sell them on the vision with the book goal, and make them feel appreciated and valued as experts, as people. And they may not be expert, but you want to make them feel valued as people, and you want to make them feel as though they're going to contribute to something that's great. And you want to be clear about your expectations. And so this way, if they can't commit, you're going to know. And you want to make it clear that, if they can, that's fine. And if they know somebody who could, that would be great if you could introduce them. So it's very non-pushy, it's very polite. And so most people will be happy to invest a little bit of their time into your book. At the same time, don't expect it because people are busy. But this is essentially what beta readers are, why they're important, and how to reach out to them, how to decide on who is going to be a beta reader for your book. So I hope that you found this valuable, and you can see a link to the spreadsheet in the description, and you can see a link as well to a copy of this template that you can use for yourself.